should we call them talks? Because the name of the podcast.
Unfiltered discussion talk. Yeah. I mean, I would not.
Who are you going to shame in this video?
I would not be holding back.
Fair enough.
I wouldn't name drop. But
obviously, yeah.
You know you will know who you are.
I don't. Hi, welcome to the
Student Talk podcast.
I'm Miruna.
I'm Dan.
And today's episode is going to be about accommodation versus living at home. Ooh. We'll have a little talk about that. And we will tell you our experiences. I have lived at home in my first year, and I'm still currently living at home. And this is obviously my second year of uni.
I lived in halls of residence for my first year, and I'm now in a student shared house. Are we talking about first year accommodations, would you say? First year living situation?
I mean, for me, it doesn't really change. We can always
do like a second episode talking about second year.
Yeah, because after the first year, you will have to find your houses if you live in accommodation, don't you?
I feel like that could be like if people like the accommodation kind of series, then I guess.
Yeah, we can do more. We can do a little, like a genuine series.
Yeah.
Based on accommodations and experiences, because I think you will have fun stories to tell. And we can have guests as well.
Yeah. Have you had any like really either horrendous or?
Oh yeah, we can read stories out as well. Yeah.
You guys have any horrendous accommodation stories or good accommodation stories? You know.
Yeah.
Accommodations are good as well.
They can be good, yeah.
But the funniest stories are somehow horrendous.
I can imagine. I can tell you some of my stories while living at home. I can try and think of a couple of funny ones.
Yeah.
That happened. Like my parents literally walking in when I'm like on a Zoom call meeting, but it's not my parents; it was my nan.
Oh really?
She walks in. Yeah, it's very interesting. We had the social media meeting once, and then she walked in, because she bought my mum a birthday present, and then I paid for it, and then she gave me the money back in cash, and I told her not to worry about it, but she was worrying about it, and so the woman came in, and I was on the call. Luckily, I was muted and my camera was not on. It wouldn't have been a problem. I wouldn't have cared, but I can think of funny things that have happened. Funny or embarrassing. That's where I stand. But it was very sweet of her. Don't get me wrong. Okay, do you want to start? Because I feel like you have a lot to say, and I don't want to interrupt, or I can start and say the story. I don't mind, whichever way you want.
I might as well start off. Just about obviously a lot of people, you're probably listening, you might be thinking, how does accommodation actually work? For starters, I can give you a little bit insight into how my process went. My process was very simple. I came to an open day and I looked around the accommodations, and then once I got accepted onto uni, I got an email asking me to rank my accommodation. So you have to rank your accommodations from best to worst, and then do that as soon as you get the email. Do it, because you get it's first come first served. I was very lucky and I filled it out immediately, and I got given off of my first choice accommodation. Some people I know didn't get their first choice, but they were still happy with their second or third. But definitely get there as soon as possible.
It's good to be responsible, guys. It is good to be responsible and look at your emails. It's a weird habit to actually start doing, because we're not really contacted by our emails for most things, but once you get to uni,
once you get to second year, emails become like
important.
Everything. Yeah,
genuinely the main way to communicate with people.
But keep an eye on your emails and make sure you fill out your accommodation form. Once you fill that out, you get accepted onto your accommodation, you pay your deposit, and then you get told how to pay other stuff like rent, and then you wait around till moving day.
Yeah.
Oh, moving day was horrific for us.
Was it?
So I lived on the 3rd floor, thankfully. Someone lived on the 8th floor. The lifts in our building broke down. So everyone was like carrying, all the parents and everything, carrying boxes, suitcases up like 10 flights of stairs.
Oh my God. It was literally like a little like comedy sitcom situation. Yeah. Can you imagine that? That must have been fun. Not for you guys.
No.
For anyone else that was just present.
Yeah, no.
Yeah. Wait, because I have mint.
Oh.
They are genuinely nice.
Mm.
And so I had them, and they got here, and you will see on the video that I try to do this without being obvious, and then I stop because I can't. I might as well chew them. ASMR. There you go. Do you want to get back to the discussion? Can I ask you what it was like to meet your flatmates?
That was
what was your experience like?
It was a bit of an awkward first interaction because we all met online before we came to uni. We didn't really speak that much apart from like one or two of us.
Mm-hmm.
But it was so because when we first walked in, one of my flatmates walked past us and kind of said hi. But we were so busy with like moving my stuff into my room, we didn't really like say it. I waved, but I didn't really say much. But then we went into the kitchen, and one of my flatmates was like unpacking all the stuff in the kitchen. And at first, it was really awkward. At first, she didn't really like care to like say hi or anything. So we didn't really like kind of interact with anyone until like the flatmate who I've been speaking to anyway. When he moved in, we just spent like the whole day just chilling out.
Fair enough.
And then in the evening, we went into the kitchen. Everyone was in there, all like drinking and playing games. And then that was kind of how we first met. And then most of us still talk today.
I was actually going to ask you if you're still friends with any of the people.
I mean, I'm still friends with all of them. One person.
No, but like I meant close friends.
Oh, close friends. I'd say about 3 of. To be fair, though, I think all of them minus one person, because one person we didn't really speak to that much at all.
Oh, okay.
She kind of like kept to herself. But I still speak to everyone else. Like not all like some more than others, but I say we're all still pretty close.
Yeah, that's good. See, you can actually make friends in uni.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in accommodation, I feel like. I
got really lucky because my housemates I live with now, they were telling me about their accommodation stories. And theirs are, I should have got them to like write down like a whole like mini like thing, but theirs was
Is this who I think you're on about?
Half my house has their own little trauma stories from accommodation.
Oh, okay. No, because I thought she doesn't live in your house, so I thought.
Wait, who are you thinking?
Dory.
No, I don't remember. To be fair, I don't think Dory's was too bad. But most accommodations, you have like one flatmate that nobody like gets along
agrees with. Yeah. It's not that they might not like that person. It might just be that you guys have different views on things, and neither sides try to compromise.
You just end up clashing too much. I'm not going to do that for my answer.
Earlier, I was literally, I caught myself pulling a face, and I was like, oh, I can't do that. I'm a very expressive person, guys. If you see me making weird faces, my apologies. It's just, I can't help it. I try to help it. But if I don't say it, my face will. I am that kind of person. And sometimes it's not great because I have, like, I'm supposed to keep my mouth shut, but then if you look at my face, you can tell. So it's not the greatest. So yeah.
But no, I think I got really lucky with my first year accommodation, but you might not get lucky.
You might not.
You might not.
Yeah, that's the thing that can happen.
If you actually dread your flat, you can obviously swap. But if I was you, I would definitely stick it out. If you don't get along straight away, you might not click straight away. You might give it time.
Yeah, I mean, there's also, I think, like there's a learning curve.
Yeah.
To anything.
I think our flat the first week though, comparing the first weeks like the last couple, like the first week compared to the rest of the year, the dynamics was so different because everyone was like hanging out together, all getting to know each other, and then by that, like one of my flatmates got a girlfriend, so he ended up just hanging out, like spending more time with her.
Yeah, fair enough.
So we saw them less, and then like other people we just didn't speak to as much in the flat. Everyone kind of had started to form like groups. I think my flatmates probably saw my friends more than some of our flatmates.
Yeah,
because it was around all the time. But
yeah, no, I get it. It's
adopted
nice.
Flatmates.
Huh?
Adopted flatmates.
Yeah, exactly. It's nice if you can get on well with your flatmates as well. Just like you said, the people do end up having a lot of different groups, like friend groups, because I can't imagine you were doing the same course. Do you know what I mean? Like
no, I think
exactly.
Yeah, we already had different courses. I think some of us were like related. I think 3 of us were doing like business related courses in a sense. Yeah.
So you were within the Faculty of Business and Law.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it's quite interesting because you can't expect to just sort of just stick with a certain number of people.
Yeah.
Like uni is for getting to know people. Even if you don't become friends with everyone you meet, you socialize and you meet people and you interact with different people. And it's nice if you can create a little like friend family with your flatmates.
I mean, the first like weekend we kind of spent the whole weekend just together, but then after that weekend, like me, my flatmate, and his girlfriend, we spent the whole week pretty much just together non-stop.
Yeah, that's nice.
Which was quite nice. And then like obviously the dynamics every like week, like it's like a new group almost.
Yeah, fair enough. See, you like if you are a social person, and even if you aren't, but you want to become more sort of open to meeting new people, because I know, for example, I say that because I know I was quite shy throughout secondary school, and then I got to college, and I started like not be so quiet anymore, and I was more comfortable with myself, so I could just speak as much as I did with my close friends already. And then by the time I got to uni, well, anyone that knows me knows I like to talk, but I always say I talk for a reason, not pointlessly. So that's that.
I was quite like introverted actually before.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
And
that's what I was trying to say. Yeah.
I feel like university, you kind of like force yourself.
You
to
have
kind
to.
Of, you have to.
Like it's not a choice. You don't even realize it. Like it's not your choice. It just happens.
If you like, it happened like by accident. Like if you don't speak to anyone, like you're not gonna like have a great time because you're not gonna have any friends.
Yeah, like, just because people might try to get close to you and start talking to you, but if you shut them off, there's not much they can do about it.
I mean, one of our course mates and one of my close friends, Dory. You know Dory, yeah.
I do know Dory. I love Dory. Is this my headphones?
The first like day of class, she came up to me and said, "Oh, hi, I'm Dory," and I don't remember this, but apparently I like death stared her.
Oh my god.
But
that is great. Sorry, I'm not playing with the sound. I'm just trying to hear myself less because I think my headphones are louder than yours.
The whole setup's a little bit weird. I don't know, but that's fine.
I think I did nothing.
Yeah, I mean, first impressions always count, but at the same time, I gave her evils, and
so yeah, that was the meeting of flatmates, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was.
And then what were some of so you mentioned the good things, more or less. It was fun that you got to meet everyone, get genuine friendships and stuff like that. Were there any other good things?
Well,
I imagine yes.
Yeah, there was a WhatsApp group chat before university started that I joined, and that's where I met my current flatmates, my housemates now. We all went to Thorpe Park actually before university started, which was quite fun. Yeah, that sounds fun. But we all lived in the same building, so we all like talked that way and stuff. Yeah. But no, it was just great because obviously everyone's in the same boat. But like Freshers Week was, it was kind of awkward, but it also wasn't. If that makes sense. It felt right. I mean,
I remember Freshers Week. I had a lot of energy. I was sort of sleep deprived. I'm not gonna lie to you. I think I slept for like 5 hours or 6.5 hours, something like that, in between 6.5 to 5. I can't remember, but I didn't sleep a lot, and I was a little bit sleep deprived. But I wasn't anxious, but I was nervous. But I was like a good nervous. Do you know what I mean? Because I didn't know what to expect. It was a new beginning, so and it genuinely, I was so lucky because one of my best friends since secondary school is doing the same course as me. I don't know if she wants me to name drop her, and I know you know who I'm on about. You know who you are, and if you do want me to name drop you, I will refer to you in the future. I don't think she'd mind, to be fair. Her name is Kim.
She's vice social sec.
She is our vice social sec. Yeah, exactly. I don't think she would care. I forgot about that. Like, she genuinely would not care. Yeah. Her name's Kim. Hi, Kim. I love you. She's a great girl. And we've been friends for like, I don't know, 5 years.
Yeah.
Probably. Yeah. 5 years. And or maybe 6. Year 9. I can't remember how old you were when you were in year 9.
It's 6. This is the 6th year.
So,
I think you turn.
This is the 6th year. Yeah. Friends for 6 years. And so I was quite lucky because I had someone as like my key person
Yeah.
that I was like walking around with during freshers.
Yeah.
So I wasn't alone in trying to meet someone. So
Well,
we had that, but
you wouldn't have been like in a flat, would you? So like you wouldn't have
exactly, because we're both like living at home and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So we got quite lucky because we went there together, but we also had another girl that we knew from college with us. She's so sweet. I think you know who you are as well. That one I don't know if I can name drop. I also knocked over Dynamite. I don't think she's mine, but still. And then it's been a great experience because at some point we split up because we had a tutor, what's it called, activity that we had to do and walk around Portsmouth.
Yeah,
remember that?
Yeah, I remember that one.
We were in different like tutor groups, so we met people through there.
Yeah.
And I actually met two of my really, really good friends, like really, really close friends. Currently, like the friendship's still going.
Yeah.
And it literally the first day of uni.
Yeah.
Which is great. Honestly, it can happen. You can meet people that you will genuinely remain friends with from the beginning, and it's a great like opportunity. It was very nice.
Would you say, because obviously you're like living at home, would you say that the most of the friends you made at uni have been on the course, or how is there like friends you've managed to make outside of?
I mean, I already had my friends outside of uni because, as just like you said, I've been living here for a very long time.
Yeah.
And so, I already had friends outside of school anyway.
Yeah.
But my uni friends, the friends that I've made during my time at uni, were mainly based on the course or friends of friends.
Yeah.
So I got introduced to someone, then we like started talking and found out we have stuff in common. We became friends.
I feel like friends of friends, like, especially if like you are commuting to uni, friends of friends is very important, I think, because like, you don't want to just like limit your friend groups to like your course. But obviously, it is harder to make friends. So
but it's not even. Do you know what? Piece of advice, and I think you'll agree with me. Just because you don't even have to be close friends. You don't even have to call them friends. They just have to be people that you know.
People you know and you get along with.
And then if you genuinely get along with them, a friendship can be formed.
Exactly.
You know, so you don't even have to be like, oh, I don't know if this person is my friend, but like, you know, we get along well, and like think, what if we're not friends or whatever? Don't even label it. Do you know what I mean? Like, that's a person you know and you enjoy being around. That's a potential friendship. Because it's just like you said, if that person from your course is not in, you have no one to hang out with.
Yeah.
It's good to try and talk to people and be open. That's why I'm saying you don't have to become friends. You just have to become people that know of each other.
Yeah.
Because it's just good. You can start a conversation up and feel less alone. And everything around you is not as intimidating because you are with someone.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. What are the bad? Because I'm genuinely curious. I don't know about you guys. I am curious.
All right, guys.
I haven't heard his stories. I've heard a lot of stories, but not his.
This is what you guys came
and
here
they're
for.
intriguing. Yeah, go on.
Okay, all right. Let's start the tame stuff. The bads of accommodation. Let's start with Circuit Laundry. That RIP my bank account. Circuit Laundry, if you don't know, is washing machines and tumble dryers that most of them are meant to work. Some of them do not work.
But they don't.
No, we had in our accommodation, we had many times either the washing machine usually wasn't the issue. It was meaning the dryers. A lot of the dryers didn't work, and it got to the point where I had to keep a note on my phone of which ones worked and which didn't.
Oh God.
And there was like the list was pretty evened out. I can't lie.
Nah.
And then the actual paying for laundry itself, the machine was like half time would take your money, and sometimes they'd take your money and nothing happened.
That is so annoying that you had to pay for it. I mean, I know how they work, and obviously you do have to put a quarter in for it to, you know. But it was just,
It was just, and then you go down and take your laundry out. I feel bad for people on like the 14th floor having to go all the way downstairs to get their laundry. But if your laundry was in there for a while and it was done, people would feel the need to take out your laundry and just put it on the floor. So you kind of have to get there. I recommend setting a time on your phone because you have to kind of be there for when it finishes. Otherwise, your laundry will end up on the floor.
That's not good.
No. I think circuit laundry is probably, one of the worst things about student accommodations.
Yeah. But it also sort of makes you be more responsible. It forces you. I think living in an accommodation forces you to become more responsible because you don't have the luxuries.
Yeah.
I call them luxuries because I don't take them for granted, but some people might. And when you move out, you realize
you've really got to figure out like when you're going to do your laundry as well, because obviously it's expensive. It costs about £4.20 for a wash. So you got to figure out. You got to plan actually.
What was it? £4.20?
Yeah, and like £2.60 for like an hour dry.
Well, talk about student finances. Yeah. Still budgeting, that's what I want to say.
You're not meant to like mix your washes, but it actually saved a lot of money for me to chuck all my clothes in at once.
Yeah. If your white hoodies turn grey because you put in a black sock, don't be surprised.
No.
Red.
I now own a bunch of new blue socks and shorts.
Yeah, if you put your white in with any coloured clothing, expect a lighter colour.
Yeah.
To turn out. Like your clothes to turn out a lighter colour than the darker colour.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? That was a tongue twister.
Yeah.
Genuine piece of advice: never put your whites in with a red sock.
No,
it will turn pink.
Yeah.
Unless you like pink, don't do that to yourself.
I almost did it once, but
lovely.
I'm not that dumb.
You saved yourself money there.
Yeah. But no, Circle Laundry was probably like one of the tamer. I think the tamer kind of sides of the bad stuff about accommodations. Obviously, there's like a lot of stuff I could talk about.
We could do a second episode. Do you know what, guys?
Yeah, this could be like a whole series of like talking about, because I have not just my experiences, I have my housemates' experiences, and theirs I think are worse than mine. And
yeah, that's what I think we said this either in this episode or the beginning of the last one. I can't remember.
If you guys do want to see this like a whole like series, then we can happily make like accommodation stories, like a whole segment.
Yeah, literally, we can make a whole segment, and you can share with us your stories, and we will read them out.
Yeah,
and we will laugh or cry along you.
Well, really,
depends on what the story is.
I think like main stuff that we had issues with in ours though was like people would leave food in the sink. The main issues we had: food in the sink, food left, like dirty stuff left out for like almost a week, and bins and cleaning, that whole thing. It's gotta happen every flat. You gotta have arguments over cleaning and bins, and not just first year either.
Unless you're all genuinely responsible and take accountability, expect to have to tell people off.
I remember once in my first year, I was taking the bins out so much, I made a TikTok saying, my flatmate's like waiting for the bin fairy to come and take the bins out. And then
bin fairy?
And then I remember making like a step-by-step tutorial on how to take a bin out and stuff. And I had like 5 bin liners in my hand, and I made this video like how to take the bins out, and I sent it to my flat. And I mean, the people who took the bins out, they found it really funny. The people who was directed at did not.
Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. It was probably fun for some.
It was fun for some.
Because I was trying to imagine it, and I was like, oh my god. That's why I went like that. I was like, I know where this is going.
Near the end of the first year, I was like, I don't even care anymore.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, you were going to be out of there anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Oh, I thought about a really bad story actually. So this is at the end of the year. One of my flatmates moved out, and she left her door unlocked, but she was completely moved out.
Right.
She had her key and everything. Well, one of our flatmates had friends round, and they let their friend stay in her room. And I remember hearing like noises at 3 a.m. coming right from the wall, because I was the room next to her. So I messaged her saying, "Oh, have you like actually definitely moved out?"
What sort of noise?
I know, like just like not that.
No, I'm joking. I meant, was there like genuine like tapping on the walls, or like just speaking, like whispering,
like thudding and like banging on the wall?
Yeah.
So I messaged her. She's like, "Oh no, can you go and check?" And so I opened the door, and I just saw Mackie's rubbish, suitcase, clothes on the floor. I was like, "What the?" So that was a very fun.
For that matter, yeah.
I remember I FaceTimed her and I was showing her, and the message in the group chat that she got, because she told her in the group, she had to go in the group chat, which made it 10 times funnier, because I had my other flatmate message me saying, "What's going on?" And I said, "Just sit tight. This
just sit tight. This is a roller coaster.
Just enjoy it."
Yeah.
It was so. I mean, obviously the situation was bad, but it was so funny just to be on like the end where I can just like read all the messages, and I was just sat in the kitchen like so smug about it.
So smart.
I was so bored, and I was like, oh, finally something's going on.
Something's going on. Yeah, true. No, I can imagine that being quite interesting to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah. Any other stories that you would want to mention?
Just the idiocy. Idiocy
Go on.
of first years. I remember during consolidation week, which that is reading. If you don't know, that's a week. It's like half term.
Yeah. It's a week you have off, and you think it's a holiday. It's not. You catch up on your assignments and reading.
Yeah.
If you don't do that, you'll find it harder when you come back. So do that.
But I remember getting a message saying, "Oh, by the way, we need a new kettle," and I was really confused. I was in London at the time for like the day. I was with Dory actually. I think.
Were you? Okay.
Yeah. We went to London. And I just saw a message in the group chat saying, "Oh, by the way, guys, we might need a new kettle." And then I got sent this photo. My flatmate somehow managed to completely melt the bottom of the kettle by putting it on the hob, like the stove. Like it's a kettle that like the electric kettle that you use, and she put it on the stove, and the entire stove melted in plastic. The entire bottom of the kettle was completely gone. Yeah.
I have no words. I have been left speechless.
I'm more surprised she didn't set the fire alarm off. Oh,
Has she
fire
ever
alarms.
been close to burning the house down?
No, but some people in our accommodation were. Someone tried to deep fry. I think someone tried to deep fry like halloumi fries or something. Halloumi in their accommodation, and I remember seeing the video of it. It was quite funny. But like,
did they try to deep fry them in oil?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
And obviously the fire alarms went off. The fire engines came over, and it was really funny. And
what was the outcome of that?
I don't actually remember. I think. Oh no, we got sent a message. Everyone got sent an email saying,
"Don't halloumi fry."
Yeah, don't deep fry.
Deep fry halloumi fries.
And then we had another time as well near the end of the year. Someone lit a candle and it dropped and spread onto like a blanket.
Oh God!
Then obviously fire spreads. So
that was a genuine fire.
That was like an actual fire. I don't think it was like too bad, but obviously like
was the person okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
Fire alarms went off. You know, fire engines called. We were sat in Wetherspoons at the time, and I just remember seeing a message saying, "Oh, building's burned down." I was like, "Great." And we just saw like 5 fire engines go past. Everyone in like the accommodation group chat was like,
"That is such a funny thing."
And then we saw them all gathering at the fire assembly point. We just saw that everyone just stood outside it.
It's such a funny thing to me to imagine. Like y'all just staying there in spoons, having some food, a drink, whatever.
Yeah.
And then you get a message with, "Oh, your house might be on fire." We don't know. We don't know. The building is. Your house might be as well.
I just remember I messaged my flatmates. I was like, "Oh, what's going?" I messaged them saying, "Go into my room, go look out the window," because my window looked over the courtyard.
Yeah.
I was like, "Look out the window and see, like, can you see smoke?" And he was like, "Yeah, I see smoke." So
yeah, that's not a fun thing to be messaged about, right?
He was like, "Do I evacuate?" I'm like, I don't know. I think only we have blocks in our building. I think only 1 or 2 blocks had to evacuate.
Oh, okay, yeah.
But
fair enough. But
yeah.
Still. A very
Yeah, first year students, you're not smart. I mean, I can say that because we were first year students.
Yeah.
And
I actually was talking to someone in first year, and she was like, the amount of times I have heard people mention the word maturity when they don't show it.
Oh, I've got so much.
I agree with her so much on this, because a lot of people say, "Oh, you have to be mature, blah blah blah," and then you're like, "Yeah, but look in the mirror.
Yeah.
Are you mature?"
I've got so much house drama at the moment going on, and it's all based
at the moment.
Mature. Yeah.
Ooh.
I'm not gonna get much into detail just because it's ongoing.
It's ongoing, and so
that's for the next episode.
But yeah, we can get into that after the fire has been extinguished.
Yeah.
on that matter.
Yeah, that one is currently, the fire is burning stronger, and I think
it's being fueled.
I think it's spraying. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, good luck with that. I can get into.
If you're listening, guys, you know what? You know what's going on. I don't care.
I can get into talking about what it's like living at home.
Go for it.
So I was thinking of moving out. I wanted to move out very much. Not because I didn't enjoy living at home. It was because I wanted to go to uni. This was before even applying to uni. It was like a year before, like my second year of college, when I was thinking of like getting ready to apply. I was thinking of going to London.
Yeah.
Or Southampton or somewhere close enough but far away. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I started to look into university options because I wanted to be independent. That was the key word there. The key word was independence. I wanted to see what it's like to live on your own and rely only on yourself. Because I know my parents like will always be there to support me and whatever, and my family as well, like my brother and so on. And I say so on because I refer to my sister-in-law and my nan because I only have my brother. He's my only sibling. I genuinely wanted to see what it's like to sort of grow up because I feel, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you guys saw a big change into your actions when you moved out. My mum and like my family in general always told me that I'm quite mature for my age anyway. So I didn't necessarily want to become more mature. I just wanted to become more responsible and more reliant on myself and developing the skills that I needed to rely on myself and myself only for the most part. And so I had that vision in mind. That was the dream, the hope, the whatever you want to call it. It didn't happen because I then started talking to my parents about it, and it was especially my dad that sort of, he didn't try to convince me, he just tried to like lay both options out for me and explain to me the benefits and disadvantages, and then for me to be able to make a decision. And he did that because obviously he has more life experience than me and he knew what both meant. And so we went on a drive and he brought this discussion up while we were driving somewhere. I can't remember where we were going, but we were going somewhere and it was just me and him in the car. And he started saying, do you really want to move out? Like, really? And I was like, I don't really want to move out. I just would want to become independent and I would want to see what it's like to just like have to take accountability for all of your actions.
Yeah.
And everything that you do is on you. You can't blame it on someone else because there's no one else to blame it on. And so he did say that there were going to be a lot of benefits in staying at home. I have them listed here. They are literally, but this is from my perspective as a person that gets on very well with her family and parents, not paying rent. I mean, I know some people do pay rent while still living at home because they want to help out.
Yeah.
I offered. They didn't want me to. I am very grateful because I don't have to worry about that. But I did offer. So I was like, if you want me to, I will. And they were like, no. I was like, thank you. I appreciate that. And then having the freedom to do what I want. So having the independence, but still being close to them and my whole family and having them to support me whenever I get overwhelmed. So like, honestly, there's nothing like, especially now in year 2, I see it more. Because I wake up at 6:30. I leave the house around 9:30 most days. And then I get home after 8 if I work. Because I do closings and I finish at 8. Or after 6:30 or 6 most days anyway. I don't think I've gone home at 4, for example, since about a month ago.
Really?
Yeah. I always get home after 6 or after 8. So, and when I see my mum having made dinner and the food is still warm and it's on the table laid out for me and I have a message on my phone with a photo of the food that she made, and then I go home and I see it and I'm like, literally, I literally feel like a child, and I appreciate it so much because I like cooking and I want to help her out. And when I have the opportunities and the time, I do. But at the moment, for the past month or so, I haven't.
Yeah.
And I really appreciate the fact that it's just there for me and I don't have to worry about it and I don't have to worry about meal prepping. I don't have to worry about doing grocery shopping. I don't have to, and it's such a benefit, and it's such a good thing to come home to.
I think that's one thing that, like, with like accommodation, you have to kind of like, it's weird to get used to, because you come home after like a really long day of lectures or stuff,
and you're tired, and you still have to make yourself
food. That you're tired. There's no food prepared for you unless you have a really nice flatmate. I think once my flatmate, I was like really ill, and she made me a spag bowl.
Oh, that's nice.
Thank you, Catherine.
That is nice.
But no, because I never really meal prepped. I didn't see the point, to be honest. And stuff. So like having to come back and cook like a bag of pasta or something, like when you get back.
Yeah.
That
sometimes you are literally hungry, waiting for your food to get ready.
You're so hungry. I think,
and then you're tired.
You should spend so much money on takeout, because a lot of the time I'm just too tired to cook. Or I'm too hungry to cook.
Yeah,
and then you look at Uber Eats, or you realise there's like McDonald's down the road, or there's a Greg's around the corner. Yeah.
And so like that's another thing. I grew up with home cooked meals, so I would have had to carry that on, because it would have been so we do have to take out. I do eat fast food. Don't worry, guys. I'm not just like, my diet doesn't just contain home cooked meals, but I do prefer them because I had them growing up.
Yeah.
So I would have either had to get myself used to not eating good enough as I would have if I was home.
Yeah.
Or if I cooked, or genuinely trying to find a way to balance both, going to lectures, probably having to have a job, because we all know what that's like, being in first year and trying to budget, and having to cook, having to clean, having to like put the stuff away, because obviously if you live with other people, you can't just leave it in the sink and then like expect either someone else, like your mum or someone, to clean it up after you, or you having to do it in the morning. Because if you do it in the morning, you have to wake up at the crack of dawn before everyone else.
Yeah.
Or at least let them know, because arguments can start and stuff like that. And so I did benefit from that, and I still do. And also not having to work more than one job to afford bills, food, going out, shopping.
Yeah.
And not having to cook all the time after getting home from uni. So, because it was written here, and I just realised I just did a whole bit on that. You do have to realise that as you grow older, your necessities and things that you buy do change.
Yeah.
And if you move out, you're the one that has to cover for them. This is not to say, like, I don't regret living at home, but I still was thinking that I did want to move out in like year 2 or 3. And because our course is a sandwich year, it's a sandwich degree and offers a placement year. Next year, I will most likely move out.
Yeah.
But now I've had these 2 years to sort of prepare myself for it, and I've become more responsible, and I sort of grew up already. Because uni does make you grow up. You can't be irresponsible and do good.
Yeah.
In uni, because it doesn't work. Because if you are irresponsible and you do good, it's because you're chaotic. You might find a certain structure in your chaos, but you can't keep that up for long. And I speak from my own experience, because it took me a while to be able to become organized. Yeah. I am disciplined, but organizational skills was something that I had to actually like genuinely learn how to implement. I'm organized and I like having a structure, but I didn't know how to do it efficiently.
Yeah.
So it didn't come naturally to me. For some people it does. It didn't to me, and it's the best thing you can do to yourself. Learn how to organize yourself. Because that goes for assignments, day-to-day activities. It doesn't mean that you can't do spontaneous stuff. It just means you have time to have spontaneous activities and stuff like that. And then, sorry, that was my headphones. That was that. And I wouldn't say, like, what I'm saying is not live at home or like move out.
Yeah.
I'm saying both options have their good and bad.
Yeah, both options are like
advantages and disadvantages. Yeah. And if you do have a good situation and you think those are things that you can benefit from, it is an advantage that you have.
Yeah.
I can tell you that. And not having to move out of my house or room. My room is my safe space. She is beautiful. I have all white furniture in my room, Like, she's genuinely, I love my room so much. And I did not have to move out of there. To be fair, it's only this year that I started making changes to my room. So it's only this year that it started looking like my room.
Yeah.
Because I moved into that room like 3 years ago, I think. But yeah. And another benefit would be being close to my whole family, because we all live in the same city. So, well, my family that is in the UK. My family that is in Romania is in Romania.
Yeah.
But yeah. And so I had that advantage as well, and I still do. But saying that, I still do want to move out because I still want to have the experience. Whether that might be renting a flat and moving in with like my boyfriend, or alone for a while, because he's currently not in the UK. Living alone does give you the opportunity to sort of connect with yourself and get to know yourself better. Living with your family gives you benefits of not having to worry about everything, and have a lot less things on your plate. Probably, at least that's how it was for me. And yeah, but I still think personally, it's a good thing to move out at some point when you think you're ready. Because that's what I wanted to say. I wanted to segue into this, and I didn't get the opportunity until now. I couldn't word it correctly.
Yeah.
You can get the opportunity to grow up and get to know yourself while still living home, and then by the time you are ready to move out, you are genuinely ready to move out. So you can wait for a little bit and do it within your time frame, not when everyone else does it, because I don't think there is a certain time frame to this.
Yeah, I think I kind of like rushed it a bit. I knew I was ready to like go to university.
Yeah.
But like moving out and kind of stuff, I had to learn everything kind of like by myself. Like laundry, I kind of had to learn. Cooking, I had to learn by myself. But I mean, my mum did kind of try and teach me. I wasn't the best at like it, but it's stuff you've got to kind of like.
Exactly.
You're not gonna like have everything, like obviously like when you're living at home, like you're still figuring stuff out. When you get forced into like living alone like accommodation, you kind of have to like learn some stuff, and there's stuff I still need to do, like hide in my room.
There's still skills that you need to learn. For example, my mum has like taught me the skills I need to know for when I move out, because I also wanted to learn, but there are still skills that you learn that you could not even think about when you do move out.
Yeah.
Because it's just, you can't think ahead for everything. There's still things that life teaches you.
Yeah, teaches you.
That you might not be prepared to learn, but you have to.
Yeah.
So yeah. We will probably wrap it up, because I think we got it's also 2:00, and we've gone to a point where I think the discussion can end.
Shall we just like summarize kind of like
very quickly if you want.
So accommodation, obviously the good things, you get to meet your flatmates. I do recommend speaking to them on the first day. That will go a long way. Speaking to anyone, especially during the first couple of weeks, to speak to as many people as possible. Don't be scared of circle laundry, but do be aware if it takes your money, go tell reception, because
you will lose your money.
I do recommend budgeting a little bit of money towards student accommodation, laundry. And also, if you have like not the best, like if you have messy flatmates, if you have flatmates that don't take out the bins or don't clean, because you will have them, then no, you're not by yourself. And please, if you have any stories, feel free to send them our way.
Sorry, I don't know if you can hear it in the mic every time I knock this over, but the bin fairy will not take your garbage. That is something that I will remember from this episode for sure.
The bin fairy will leave the garbage outside your flat door.
Yeah, pretty much. And then from my point of view, for living at home is talk to your parents about it, discuss it, and if you think that is something that will benefit you, then it can benefit you greatly, because you might not have to pay rent, or if you do, you might not have to pay as much as you would have to pay for a student accommodation or a genuine single like studio flat or house for that matter. You have the freedom. I had the freedom. I don't know if that's the case for everyone, but you can still have the freedom and benefit of the freedom that you would gain by living alone, which I think you can agree on, because I think it is a lot more.
You get a lot more freedom.
Yeah. If you discuss with your parents, because you are becoming adults and you should be somewhat responsible.
Yeah.
And therefore, you could potentially just get on doing your own thing, and have the freedom that way. And then still having your family to support you, or friends that you have from like secondary school or like within your town, city, whatever. So you don't have to like leave them behind when you move out.
Yeah.
Obviously, you will go back for Christmas break and so on, and you will return to them, but it's still a lot harder to maintain the friendships like they used to be when you do move out. I have that experience from moving here when I was 11. And then also being able to have a job if you want to, and use the money for not having to pay bills.
Yeah.
Anything else, but not having to pay as many bills at least, or as much food, or stuff like that. And you can use your money otherwise, and not having to cook all the time. That's a big thing. I love food. It is very nice. I enjoy cooking, but I just don't have the time, so I enjoy the fact that she can cook for me.
Yeah.
And then not having to leave like your room behind and that, and still being close with your family.
Yeah.
And yeah, those are the benefits. And I don't know, from my experience, it's not any bad, like genuine bad things.
I don't think either option is kind of like bad. I think it's just kind of what's right for you.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, if you are like commuting, let's say you went to Southampton University and you're commuting and you live in like Bristol, you're not going to commute. Let's be honest.
You can't commute. It's too expensive. We can tell you that. Yeah. It's genuinely too expensive. Student finance is good. Having a job is good, but it can be too expensive. So you need to budget strictly, and that's no way to live someone's life.
No.
And so yeah,
I think that's
about it. That is it from us.
We hope you enjoyed listening.
We talked a lot.
I'd really appreciate some feedback towards the podcast as well. If you guys actually like it, then please let us know.
Let us know what you want us to change, if we talk too much about certain things.
If there's anything about uni life you guys want to know as well, then let us know and we will. Yeah,
we can actually make episodes based on topics given from you guys, based on your ideas.
If you guys like the accommodation talk, then we can make a whole like subsection.
You will find the Instagram and like the way to contact us in the bio of the podcast, so you can share your ideas with us, because I don't think we mentioned that. So they're there for you to access and contact us if you want to. And also is the next one the Christmas episode?
I don't know. We don't know yet. We don't know yet. Stay tuned for the next episode.
Yeah, stay tuned, because it might be the Christmas episode. Because we will have a guest speaker, and we need to check with her. Yeah. But it might be the next episode. So
I think looking at release dates, it will probably be with the Christmas one. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed talking to us. Very much listening to us talk. Yeah, we enjoy talking to you. So we hope you liked our episode.
And we will see you guys in the next one.